Shadows of Love and Deception. Chapter 1. A Serene Beginning. In the quaint town of Riverview, where the river's gentle flow mirrored the calm lives of its residents, Emily and Jack Harper were the epitome of a perfect couple. Emily, a dedicated doctor at the local hospital, was known for her compassion and relentless work ethic. Jack, a talented writer, spent his days crafting novels that transported readers to fantastical worlds. Their life seemed idyllic, set against the backdrop of Riverview's picturesque streets lined with blooming flowers and friendly faces. Every morning, Jack would walk Emily to the hospital, sharing tender moments that spoke of a deep, unspoken bond between them. The townsfolk often remarked on their love, calling it a beacon of hope in a world often marred by cynicism. In their cozy home, decorated with mementos from their travels and shelves filled with books, they would spend evenings discussing Jack's latest plot twists or Emily's challenging cases. Their favorite spot was the garden, where Emily had planted roses that filled the air with a sweet fragrance, symbolizing their blossoming love. Chapter 2. Unease settles in. One evening, as Emily returned home from a grueling shift, she found Jack in his study, his face pale and drawn. He was clutching an old, worn photograph. Before she could ask, Jack hastily shoved the photo into his drawer and forced a smile. "Just reminiscing about the past," he said, but Emily felt a pang of unease. Jack had always been an open book, but lately, there was a shadow hanging over him that she couldn't ignore. A few days later, a mysterious stranger, Alex, arrived in Riverview. He was a rugged man with a piercing gaze that seemed to see right through people. He made his presence felt immediately, his inquiries about Jack raising eyebrows among the townsfolk who were protective of their own. Emily first met Alex at the local cafe. He approached her with a knowing look in his eyes. "Emily Harper?" he asked, his voice carrying a hint of familiarity. "We need to talk about Jack." Emily's heart skipped a beat. "What about Jack?" "Not here," Alex replied, glancing around. "It's too public. Meet me at the old boathouse by the river tonight." Chapter 3. Shadows of the Past. Unable to shake off the encounter, Emily decided to meet Alex. The boathouse was a relic of Riverview's past, now mostly abandoned and covered in vines. The setting sun cast eerie shadows as Emily approached, her footsteps echoing on the wooden planks. Alex was waiting inside, his expression somber. "I didn't want to alarm you, but you need to know the truth about Jack." "What truth?" Emily demanded, her voice trembling. Alex handed her a folder filled with documents and photographs. "Years ago, Jack was involved with my sister, Laura. She disappeared under mysterious circumstances, and Jack was the last person seen with her." Emily's heart pounded as she flipped through the documents. There were letters, police reports, and photos of Jack with a woman she had never seen before. "Why are you telling me this now?" "Because I believe Jack had something to do with her disappearance," Alex said, his voice breaking. "And I need your help to find out what happened." Chapter 4. The Inciting Incident. The tranquility of Riverview was shattered one stormy night when a scream pierced the air. The next morning, the town woke to the news of a murder. Laura's body had been found in the river, her face twisted in a final, silent scream. The police investigation quickly pointed to Jack. Evidence, his fingerprints on her belongings, messages on her phone, painted a damning picture. Emily was torn between disbelief and the harsh reality staring her in the face. She couldn't reconcile the loving husband she knew with the suspect described in the police reports. As Jack was taken into custody, Emily's world crumbled. She faced whispers and suspicious glances from people who once admired their love. Determined to clear his name, she decided to take matters into her own hands. Chapter 5. Emily's Determination. Refusing to believe her husband could be a murderer, Emily took it upon herself to clear his name. She retraced Jack's steps, delving deeper into his past. Her journey uncovered more secrets, including Jack's tumultuous relationship with Laura and his desperate attempts to sever ties with her. Emily confronted Jack in the visiting room of the county jail, her voice shaking with emotion. "Why didn't you tell me about Laura?" "About everything." Jack's eyes were filled with regret. "I wanted to protect you, Emily. I thought I could bury the past and start fresh with you. Tears welled up in Emily's eyes. But now it's come back to haunt us. I need to know everything if I'm going to help you. Jack nodded, finally opening up about his past. He described how he met Laura during a difficult time in his life. She was charismatic and intense, drawing him into a whirlwind romance. But as their relationship progressed, Laura became increasingly possessive and unstable. Jack tried to break things off, but Laura wouldn't let go. She threatened to ruin my life if I left her, Jack confessed. I never imagined it would come to this. Chapter 6. The Betrayal. Emily's investigation led her to Alex, who revealed himself as Laura's brother. He had come to Riverview seeking justice for his sister. But as they talked, Alex's story didn't quite add up. He knew details only the killer could know. Emily's mind raced. Could Alex be framing Jack out of a twisted sense of vengeance? She decided to dig deeper into Alex's background, uncovering a history of mental illness and violent behavior. Alex had been institutionalized several times for aggressive outbursts and had a troubled relationship with Laura, often clashing with her over her tumultuous lifestyle. Emily's suspicions grew, but she needed concrete evidence to prove Alex's involvement. She started following him, observing his interactions and gathering clues. One night, she overheard a heated argument between Alex and a shady character at a local bar. They mentioned a plan to take care of Jack and ensure he never got out of prison. Chapter 7. The Turning Point. Emily's breakthrough came when she discovered a hidden letter in Jack's study addressed to her. In it, Jack confessed his fear of Laura's obsession and how he had tried to distance himself from her. He mentioned Alex, warning Emily to stay away from him. With this new evidence, Emily approached the police. But before she could present it, Alex confronted her, revealing his true intentions. He had always blamed Jack for Laura's downfall and wanted to see him suffer. You should have stayed out of this, Emily, Alex snarled, his eyes wild with anger. Now you'll pay for meddling in my affairs. In a heart-pounding confrontation, Alex kidnapped Emily, intending to use her to draw Jack out. As Jack arrived to save her, a fierce struggle ensued. Emily managed to break free and, in a desperate act of courage, subdued Alex just as the police arrived. Chapter 8. The Climax. With Alex in custody, the police re-examined the evidence. Emily's discoveries led them to uncover inconsistencies in Alex's alibi and his motives for framing Jack. It was revealed that Alex had been obsessed with avenging his sister's death and saw Jack as the perfect scapegoat. The town of Riverview watched in shock as the real story unfolded. Jack was exonerated, and Alex was charged with murder and attempted kidnapping. The harrowing ordeal had left deep scars on Emily and Jack, but their love had endured the ultimate test. Chapter 9. Healing and Moving Forward. In the aftermath, Emily and Jack worked to rebuild their shattered trust. The experience had changed them, deepening their bond and understanding of each other. They decided to leave Riverview, seeking a fresh start where the shadows of the past couldn't reach them. As they drove away, Emily found a note from Alex, written before his arrest. It read, "I'm sorry for everything. Some wounds never heal, but I hope you find peace." Chapter 10. New Beginnings. Emily and Jack settled in a small coastal town, far from the memories of Riverview. They bought a charming cottage overlooking the ocean, where the sound of the waves provided a soothing backdrop to their new life. Emily found work at a local clinic, while Jack resumed his writing, drawing inspiration from the beauty around them. They spent their days exploring the rugged coastline, finding solace in nature and each other's company. Emily planted a new garden, filling it with vibrant flowers that symbolized their fresh start. Jack's novels took on a new depth, reflecting the trials they had overcome and the strength of their love. Chapter 11. A New Mystery. Just as Emily and Jack began to feel settled, a new mystery emerged in their coastal haven. Strange occurrences began to disrupt the peace of their town: disappearances, unexplained phenomena, and whispers of a hidden treasure buried along the shoreline. Emily's curiosity was piqued, and she couldn't resist delving into the mystery. She teamed up with a local historian, Mrs. Caldwell, who shared stories of pirate legends and lost riches. As they uncovered clues, Emily and Jack found themselves drawn into a web of secrets that spanned centuries. Chapter 12: Unraveling the Legend. The search for the treasure became an adventure that rekindled Emily and Jack's spirits. They explored hidden caves, deciphered ancient maps, and followed the trail left by the legendary pirate Captain Blackthorn. Along the way, they encountered colorful characters, including treasure hunters and historians, each with their own motives and secrets. Their quest brought them closer together, reminding them of the thrill of discovery and the joy of shared experiences. The mystery of Captain Blackthorn's treasure became a metaphor for their own journey, finding hidden depths within themselves and each other. Chapter 13: The Final Clue. As Emily and Jack pieced together the final clues, they discovered a hidden chamber deep within a coastal cliff. Inside, they found Captain Blackthorn's journal, detailing his adventures and the location of his fabled treasure. The journal also revealed a poignant story of love and sacrifice. Blackthorn had hidden the treasure to protect it from those who sought to exploit it, leaving clues for those who were worthy. The treasure was more than gold and jewels. It was a testament to Blackthorn's enduring love for his lost soulmate. Emily and Jack felt a deep connection to the pirate story, recognizing the parallels to their own lives. Chapter 14: Legacy of Love. With the treasure uncovered, Emily and Jack decided to share it with the community, using it to fund projects that would benefit their new town. They established a foundation in Captain Blackthorn's name, dedicated to preserving the town's history and supporting local causes. Their adventure had brought them full circle, from the shadows of betrayal and loss to a place of healing and renewal. Emily and Jack's love story became intertwined with the legend of Captain Blackthorn, creating a legacy of love and sacrifice that would endure for generations. Chapter 15: A New Dawn. As the sun rose over the ocean, Emily and Jack stood hand in hand, looking out at the horizon. They had faced darkness and emerged stronger, their love a beacon of hope and resilience. The journey had changed them, but it had also reaffirmed their belief in each other and the power of love. In their new home, surrounded by the beauty of nature and the warmth of a supportive community, Emily and Jack found peace. Their story was one of love and sacrifice, of overcoming obstacles and finding strength in each other. And as they embraced the new dawn, they knew that their greatest adventure was still ahead of them, living each day with love, courage, and the unwavering belief that together, they could face anything. If you liked the video, then please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks.